Jet looks back at him and notices Iroh has a hot cup of tea. And look at this man face change. Oh my god, this man got so mad he spawned in a boss Hellspawn. Like, yo! So in Jet's first appearance in the show, we start off with Team Avatar traversing through this like autumn fallish forest. Honestly, I wish I saw more forests like this in the entire show. Like this looks so pretty. Now naturally you would think, oh, why aren't they flying on Appa? But they're trying to keep a low profile, so they're currently just walking through the forest. Up until they walk straight into a Fire Nation camp. They get surrounded by the Fire Nation soldiers. They start negotiating, and then one of the firebenders just gets snuck. I don't even know what he got hit with. Then they look up in the trees, and there go my man Jet. Flying through the air, knocks these two guards unconscious. Oh my god. Then the combos just start going crazy. Sends this man flying. Then the rest of the freedom fighters just come through and start cleaning up. Then Jet gets stuck in a mini boss battle. Blocks his attack and hits him with a combo. Then runs over Katara and just hits a rip. Bro, all right. I want you to analyze this, bro. Look, number one, look at the height difference. This man Jet's like, what, 16, 17? And Katara's like 14? Bro, I swear, they always look like adults to me. I don't know why. And also, look at the next frame. Katara looking, bro, what are you looking at? You're not even looking at his eyes anymore. It's just straight chest. All right. So then after that, Jet introduces himself and the freedom fighters to Team Avatar and invite them up to their hideout. So they arrive at the location. Sokka's like, yo, there's nothing here. Then Jet gives him this rope, and he gets sent into a tree. Golly! Grabs his own rope, pulls Katara in, and starts elevating. Yo, this man. So it hadn't even been 5 minutes yet, and this man's already on timing. Then Jet explains that they're trying to drive out the Fire Nation out of a nearby Earth Kingdom town. Then Jet explains to Katara that he lost his parents to the Fire Nation at around 8 years old. So now time skip through the campfire, the night, until morning. And Sokka is out with Jet doing some kind of mission. Basically just on these trees, just doing recon, I guess. And as they're waiting, this older man approaches. And Sokka's like, wait, false alarm. He's just an old man, bro. That's like, nah, I'm finna go talk to him. What are you doing in our woods, you leech? Please, sir, I'm just a traveler. Man, fuck all that. And then they just start knocking him around and start bullying him. Like, bro, if you don't leave this old man alone. Do you like destroying towns? Do you like destroying families? Do you? No, please, let me go. Have mercy. Does the Fire Nation let people go? Does the Fire Nation have mercy? Then he tries kicking him in the cranium until Sokka catches him. Like, all right, exhibit number 1. Bullying and nearly beating an old man just because he's from the Fire Nation. He probably has nothing to do with all the war stuff. He probably has nothing to do with your parents being killed. I understand he's from the Fire Nation, you hate him, but bro, you don't know what he's doing, bro. That's an innocent man right there. Then they rob the poor old man and just take off. And Sokka's just looking at him like, bro, I'm sorry. So then they get back to the hideout, and this man Sokka's pissed. He tells Katara, yo, your new boyfriend, he's a thug. He got taught by King Von, and we need to go. No, he's not. You just met him yesterday. It hasn't even been 24 hours. I don't even have my watch on. And then Aang starts thinking the same way, like, yo, I love it here. He just has a different way of life. Like, nigga, you're 12. You're 12. Then Sokka tells him what he did to the old man, and Katara's like, well, I want to hear his side of the story, which is justified. Then they go over to Jet, and he's like, he was an assassin, Sokka. See? There's a compartment for poison in the knife. He was sent to eliminate me. You helped save my life, Sokka. I didn't see any knife. That's because he was concealing it. See, Sokka? I'm sure you just didn't notice the knife.
Do I look like I give a shit what you think?
So then Sokka just runs off, and Jet asks Katara and Aang for help on another mission. And then as Sokka's ready to pack his bags, Katara comes in and is like, yeah, you're just jealous that Jet's a better leader and taller and... Sokka tries explaining himself, but they just ignore him and run off again. Look at this man Sokka, bro. He's sitting there like, I know he's gay. I just can't prove it yet. So then later that night, Sokka sees Jet and the other freedom fighters carrying the supply wagon. He hides amongst the trees and the bushes and secretly starts following them over to this hill. And as we look over the hill, we see this dam. Now the reason Jet wanted Aang and Katara's help was to fill up the dam. The only problem with that, they don't realize that Jet's actually going to use the dam to get rid of everyone in that village. And the Duke's like,
But what about the people in the town? Won't they get wiped out too?
Sorry, little bro. Them niggas just gonna have to die. I'm looking at the screen like, what? Then as Sokka's hearing all this, he gets snatched up by his ponytail. Gets dragged over to Jet, and wait, hold on. It's daytime now? Then Jet explains to Sokka that he's trying to get rid of the Fire Nation in the nearby town. And Jet made it very clear that he knows that if he does this, he's gonna be getting rid of the civilians in that town as well. Which is sick if you really think about it, because if by doing that, you're no better than the Fire Nation themselves. Then Jet says that he can't let Katara and Aang know about his plans. Then he sends his boys to go take him for a walk. A long walk. And this is where Jet's manipulation really starts to kick into full effect. Katara says, oh, I'm sorry for the way Sokka's been acting. He could be kind of stubborn. That's like, oh, he actually already apologized to me. I don't know, something you said, it seemed like you talked to him or something. You know what I mean? Like, bro, we know what you're doing, bro. Then they get over to the underground water reservoirs. Katara's like, oh, I've never bended water from underground before. Then Jet comes through with even more touchy motivation and shit, like, bro. Then we cut back over to Sokka, and he's currently trying to talk no jutsu these two buffoons. He notices the booby traps on the ground, gets an idea, and it starts booking it. Oh my god. Then these two idiots get stuck in their own traps, and right after they get trapped, this man Sokka already untied himself. Like, bro, you mean to tell me you guys have a whole base in trees, nigga? Trees. Y'all got a whole kids next door hideout, and y'all can't tie a knot. I'm cool, bro. So then back over to Aang and Katara. They then notice over on the hill that the freedom fighters are unloading all of the blasting jelly that they required a few nights ago. And Aang's like, Jet's gonna blow up the dam. Then Aang tries to fly over there and stop him, and Jet just snatches his fucking glider like A-Train. Lordy. Then Jet starts trying to sympathize with Katara and talking about how the Fire Nation killed her mother and they just need to go. Then Jet starts mentioning Sokka. Katara starts getting emotional and hits him with some agua. Aang tries getting his glider back, but Jet snatches it away. Then he starts fighting Aang and they start running into the forest. Now as Aang is flying through these trees, look at how high Aang is and look at how low Jet is. There ain't no possible way Jet is getting up there. Right? Yeah, I thought wrong. This man comes sliding in on a tree like Tarzan and tries to cut this man's head off. Aang sends an air blast towards him, but Jet's weaving it like butter. He sends him back again and they have this little standoff. Then Jet connects the blades again and look at this choreography. Oh my lord. The fact that this man Jet is keeping up with an airbender is insane to me. Then they start climbing down the tree and Jet ends up tripping this man Aang. Then Aang starts dodging every single attack like he got ultra instinct. And oh my god, look at this man Jet face. And yo, hold on, this part always makes me crack up every time I see it. Then Aang starts flowing a damn air tunnel onto Jet and knocks him down the tree. He catches himself on another branch. Then they both jump off and this man Jet somehow catches up, knocks this man Aang into a tree and knocks him clean. It looks like he's about to maul Aang until Katara comes through with the SeaWorld special. Oh my lord, I'm sick. And then she just freezes him to the tree and starts doing some more talk no jutsu. Then Jet starts using his bird call to the other freedom fighters. And we all know what that means. Then water starts rushing down the path and absolutely decimates this team. Then they turn to Jet and he's like, this was a victory, Katara. Remember that. The Fire Nation is gone and this valley will be safe. Then Sokka pulls up and is like, nah. See, your motherfucking ass thought you thought shit was sweet. Y'all Sokka basically went down to the village and warned everyone of Jet's evil, despicable, diabolical plan, whatever you want to call it, and got them all to safety just in time. And of course, delusional Jet's like, yo, Sokka, you're a traitor. This valley could have been freed if it wasn't for you. Like, just like Sokka said, bro. You became the traitor the moment you stopped protecting innocent people. I ain't gonna lie, that quote goes hard. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that quote goes hard. What the? Then they got on Appa and left Jet behind. So now a little time skip over to book 2. And now we're with Uncle Iroh and Zuko, who just left the Fire Nation and became Earth Kingdom refugees. Zuko's over here eating. What the fuck is that, porridge, bro?
That shit nasty, ain't it? My name's Jet, and these are my freedom fighters, Smellerbee and Longshot. Here's the deal. I hear the captain's eating like a king while us refugees have to feed off his scraps. Doesn't seem fair, does it?
What sort of king is he eating like?
The fat, happy kind. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to eat cheddar biscuits.
I'm in.
Then later that night, they start getting to work, sneaking past the guards, picking locks like it's nothing, like they just smooth with it. And look at that food. Oh my god, y'all got stoves to cook that shit with, bro? Then they run over to the edge with all the food. Longshot hooks them up with a grapple arrow. They slide everything down. And mission successful. Jet starts handing out food to everyone and then sits back down with Iroh and Zuko. He then talks about how he's done some very terrible things in his past, which we just experienced, and he wants to go to Ba Sing Se for a second chance. And although I think it's very good that he was speaking to Iroh about this, there's something that happens right before the walls of Ba Sing Se where things kind of took a turn. So then another time skip, we come to the check-in station right before the walls of Ba Sing Se. And Jet thinks that Lee, which is Zuko by the way, would be a great fit for the freedom fighters. And then as they're sitting down, Jet catches up to them and tries to recruit Zuko. And then this tea guy shows up. Now this is very important, so I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention. Iroh then asks for some jasmine tea. He gets his tea, drinks it, and realizes that it's cold as hell. Then Jet says he wants to talk to Zuko alone. And as they're talking, I want you to pay attention to Iroh on the back. I mean, this man was looking around, making sure no one was looking at him, and firebended and heated up his damn tea. Then Zuko declines Jet's offer and walks back to Iroh. Jet looks back at him and notices Iroh has a hot cup of tea. And look at this man face change. Oh my god, this man got so mad he spawned in a boss health bar. Like, yo! Zuko smacks it out of his hand and is like, what are you doing? Firebending your tea? Like, I mean, he was teething it. Then Jet starts walking with the other freedom fighters and they're trying to calm him down. But he said he ain't had none of that. Them niggas firebenders. They're firebenders. Okay, all right, let me chill. They find him and follow him into Ba Sing Se. And even a few episodes later, this man Jet is still on that ass. This man really think he's Sergeant Dokes. Like, I know he's a firebender. I just can't prove it. And Jet finds their tea shop. And he is stalking the hell out of them. Almost gets some hot ass tea splashed all over him. Then he follows them to their apartment and purposely steals, I don't know how, but purposely steals their spark rocks so that way he has to firebend to heat up some damn tea. This man's sick. Iroh just borrows his neighbor's spark rocks and just heats the damn thing. Then he starts arguing with Smellerbee and Longshot, saying all this yap about have you forgotten about how the Fire Nation left us homeless and got rid of our families? And this is the start of Jet's downfall. Then he abandons his friends and just pulls up to the door on some, man, I swear to God, these bitch ass Fire Nation niggas, man. I'm tired of waiting. Those guys are firebenders. Then Zuko snatches the swords off of him and says, on guard, and then kicks a table to his ass. Oh my god. Then they start squabbling, climbing on top of chairs and tables, cutting them in half. Oh my god, like Zuko gets kicked through his damn window. Then Jet starts trying to rage bait. You must be tired of using those swords. Why don't you go ahead and firebend at me? Then as they squabble some more, this man Zuko disarms one of his swords, tries to slice his crimson chin off and slices his weed off. I mean, he's had that weed for like a whole season. That it needed to get cut off, bro. Why am I stuttering? Oh my god. Fuck. Then as they're having a supreme duel in the middle of the street, the Daily come and just stop everything. Jet tries to get them to arrest the firebenders, which technically he is right, but at the same time, there is no war in Ba Sing Se. 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 Then of course they arrest Jet and send him away to Lake Laogai. They put them in this chair and start doing a dopamine detox. Calm down.
You're safe.
So now back inside the walls of Boss Say, we're back with Team Avatar, and they're putting up missing posters for Appa. And when Katara is putting up this poster, this man shows up right behind her on some, I think I can help you. And Katara blasts her with some more water. Like, damn. He says he doesn't want to fight and surrenders his weapons, but then Katara just nails him to the wall anyway. Then everyone else shows up, realizing who Katara was attacking. Then Jet tells him that he's a changed man and he's not an angry, sorry ass like before, and he doesn't have his gang anymore, and he's actually there to help him find Appa. And they go over to this little shack stable place. They don't find Appa, but then this old man says that they took him to an island called Whale Tail Island, which is apparently all the way down where the South Pole is. So then they set off to apparently go off to Whale Tail Island, and as they're walking down the street, Smellerbee and Longshot end up finding Jet. Smellerbee asks how Jet escaped from the Dai Li, but Jet says he doesn't remember any of that happening. Toph puts her hand down to detect who's lying, and they're both telling the truth. Then Sokka figures out that Jet's been brainwashed. Then they all surround him, and then yo, what happened to him? No, I'm just joking. Then they tell Jet to try to remember something from his past and ask him to picture what happened to his family. And as this flashback is playing back, I'm starting to realize this man got Sasuke'd, except instead of Itachi killing his whole like family, I guess, it's the Fire Nation. Then he snaps out of it and says it's too painful. Then Katara uses her healing water. Then as he looks up, he enters a damn genjutsu with a lake and Long Fang's long-headed ass at the end. Then he starts to remember everything and end up getting the name Lake Laogai. So they then find the entrance to Lake Laogai. And as they go in, I ain't gonna lie, dude, they was looking at some weird shit, bro. They're like, what is this, a cult? They end up fighting this big room and end up getting locked in with all these Dai Li agents. Then Long Fang tells them to take him into custody, but they said nah and start scrapping. I ain't gonna lie, them Dai Li agents were nothing to play with. I ain't gonna lie, they were snatching people up left and right. But I ain't gonna lie, this man Jet was holding his own. I would show the entire fight, but we're trying to focus on Jet right now. Then Long Fang starts running away, and Jet and Aang starts following him. And when they get into the room, Long Fang says a phrase that puts Jet under mind control, and immediately starts wanting to take this man Aang head off. Like, oh my god. And as they're squabbling, this man Aang is trying to talk no jutsu this dude Jet. Aang's talk no jutsu gets to Jet, and he ends up remembering everything again. Then after the flashback, he sends one of his swords towards Long Fang. He weaves it, and then after the dust clears, all we see is Jet sitting lifelessly on the floor. The rest of the game come by. Katara tries healing Jet, but it looks like this might be the end for him. Longshot tells them to go and find Appa and leave their leader to them. And that was the last of Jet, the freedom fighter. Oh man, I really hope y'all enjoyed that. Honestly, Jet was one of my favorite characters, like initially. He just had a really cool design, his weapons, his fighting style. I mean, it was just super cool to me. And then started to realize, he it was misguided. I'll just say that, it was misguided. But if you are interested in any other kind of content that I make, I have a Justice League video on screen right here. I really think you would enjoy it. So with that being said, stay safe, stay positive, and keep vibing. Peace.